Hey folks, Quill18 here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Motorsport Manager. We are halfway towards completing our factory update, which is quite nice. We did get that part banned last time, which is too bad, but we did finish the new engine that we are going to be running on. We're going to be running on Claudia's car, because Claudia does have the mechanic with the nurse skill, which is going to be important because this engine has only been sitting at 53% reliability, so we really have to hope that that works out for us. The performance is pretty damn good over here, though. I did have to put the better gearbox in Luigi's car because otherwise he was kind of cranky that he had a worse off car than Claudia. And now we're relatively balanced. I mean, he's got the better one, but we're relatively balanced, and that's going to be okay. He's a little lower in ranking, so maybe we can pull him up overall. We are focused very heavily on trying to improve the reliability. That 53% is as far as we could get, unfortunately. But that's the way she goes. Yep. Okay, well, let's select the sponsor. We're going to go for the 8th place finish or above option here. I mean, if we do another German one, we may try the Wonderluck thing again. And again, what we've done here is we've taken a fairly conservative, long-term view of our development, right? We could have probably ended up higher in standings if we'd focused more on new part development, but I really think having the upgraded factory is going to do massive things for us going forward. Especially since, I mean, A, it means we can improve parts faster, but B, unlocking new building types means we can make even better parts, right? If we get the test track, then we can make really stonking good engines, for example, and God knows that'll be pretty handy. Milan Grand Prix. So this is a race where top speed matters more than acceleration. It's raining. Actually, I didn't properly check the weather report for the next go, but obviously we're going to have to do this on intermediates, which they're defaulting to. I suspect, again, that Claudia's mechanic is probably a little bit more accurate right now, just because, you know, they've just got a better relationship and they probably have better discussions about things. So I suspect that we'll actually be wanting to add more downforce over here. It'd be nice if I could mouse wheel this for, you know, a little bit more control. Let's do 16 and 25.5 and see how that goes. You definitely want some much stiffer suspension and a more speed-oriented configuration with the gearing, and probably some no negative tire camber. That might be a little too top speedy. Let's go and bring that down just a scooch. And yeah, the intermediates, that's going to be fine. So that's going to be you. Should I go with the same setup here? 16. Just out of curiosity, I wonder, and what was it, 25.5? I think it was 26.5, actually. Because I wonder if they're going to report exactly the same thing. That's not something I've tried to do before. Setting their numbers to 25.5. Setting their numbers to exactly the same. And maybe what's going to happen is we'll get exactly the same report from both. So we won't learn as much. But what we'll actually learn for the first time is whether or not we do want both cars to be the same config in the end. And maybe we can use that as a quicker way to get places. Having one go a little higher, having one go a little lower, then seeing if we can meet in the middle. I don't know. I'm going to, likewise, get rid of the tire camber. We will stiffen up the suspension a little bit and go up with the gear ratios just a scooch, like that. And you'll be on inters, go, take practice. So we don't have the longer practice times yet, but that's okay. We're going to go ahead and send you out on the shorter stints, and same thing over here. We've got control over Claudia's driving style once more. Although, I gotta say, she's been doing pretty well for herself. I think it did teach us that it is going to be important for us to start in super aggro mode in most races, just to break out of the pack as quickly as we can. What's the actual temperature? 15 degrees, okay. And it looks like it's not raining hard enough for us to go to full wets, which is good. Now, it'll be... Handling feels awesome. Well, that's nice to know. Yeah, I guess we won't be able to change this lecture in the practice because we might just get some horrible accidents. Not that I've seen anyone ever get an accident in practice. Feels like the sort of thing that should be possible. But I don't know if that is a thing that is possible. But, I mean, we could go one level in intermediates and then get one level of softs and we'll be able to decide what direction to go into once the actual race starts. Fastest lap so far. I mean, there's no bonus for finishing practice with the fastest lap, as far as I know. But it's, you know, it's nice to know. Overall, so you guys, we're gonna bring you in on this one. I don't know if it matters, but I'm gonna just wait the last possible minute before I hit the button on both. They both come in. They might get in each other's way a little bit, but probably not. Claudia's just ahead. Now, that is interesting, actually, because she considers the downforce to be excellent. He does not, despite the fact that they have exactly the same numbers. Now, they have some other things that differ, but yeah. So I think they're not supposed to be exactly the same. They do have different car builds, and they have different preferences, so it makes a lot of sense. Handling is great. The speed balance looks like we might want to go a little bit more acceleration focused. Now, this does affect the handling a scooch. Let's bring it like here and actually just stiffen up the suspension. Maybe not. Let's just try this. Maybe we'll leave the handling here. I mean, it's great. So hopefully this will improve the speed balance to great, if not even better. And then we actually won't have to do anything else with that. Yeah, go for another 2-lap stint is going to be the plan. On the inters, that's going to be okay. And we'll launch you. So you're pretty happy. Not quite there, but you're pretty happy. It feels like you probably want less downforce still, so we're going to go ahead and bring you down maybe 25 and 15.5 over here. Something like that. Hopefully that'll be enough to send you to great. Maybe we need to make a bigger change, but I don't really trust this mechanics bar too much. I feel like you probably want to bring down the speed balance over here. And we'll have to make some sort of change to the handling just to see what happens. So we'll do that. We really don't have as much information for Luigi here. I mean, 83% ain't bad, but I'm hoping we can do a lot better than that. Okay. So no feedback yet. She's still on her outlap. We might be able to squeeze in one more change if I'm really attentive to it. Although I suspect we're very close with her. I'm a lot less worried about her situation. A lot more worried about Luigi's, because he's got a little bit more tuning to do. Aero setup feels fantastic, so she's very keen on that. That's great. Aero feeling so much nicer now. Good. She wanted a little less downforce. That's nice. Anything else? I mean, we could just do one lap, like one full lap, and see what's going on here. Racing trim, all right. Whoever did speed balance is working. This is much better. You know what? Bring in right away. This will give us time to do one more tweak. I don't think we'll get as much of info. Okay, you are at excellent now with the downforce. That's brilliant. 92% overall. Everything's great. Speed is good, which is an improvement from okay to good. Now, it could be that like there's a great in between there, but probably what you actually want is a little bit more like that. That's what we're going to do. And, yeah, you can just finish the race now. We're not going to have time to do anything else. Okay. Alright, I suspect that this is going to be really good. And that's probably what I should be doing, is a lot more shorter stints. Although some of them are just really awkward to tune the car. Like, they have a really bizarre demand. Like, that don't work out. Like, it's mostly, sometimes the acceleration and the handling requirements are way out of whack. Maybe there's some other tune that I can do that actually sorts it out, or maybe it's just a fact that our parts aren't really meeting the requirements for things. We'll see how it goes. Oh, it's fully dry! We might have been able to get around on some soft tires and get at least one level of it. I don't know, feels maybe unlikely. We could actually potentially get the level 3 intermediates, and that might be, you know, depending on what the weather looks like, that might be a huge win. It's starting to rain again anyway, so you know what? That's okay. We did a safe practice on intermediates the whole time. There we go, level 3. And we do have level 3 racing trim info as well, which is really handy. Because, I mean, we know with Claudia, we're going to go with the Nurse Plus racing trim. So that's going to be fine. It's only really Luigi. Unless he gets a better relationship with his mechanic, he might get to the point where he can finally get a different perk than just going racing trim plus tire. Race day. So, where are we? 12th and 14th. Well, that's not ideal. Weather forecast. Cool, but clear. So, to me, that's saying definitely soft tires. I mean, you have no choice but to do this. The intermediate tire boost probably isn't going to come in handy, unfortunately. You're going to go race trim plus nurse, especially since you've got the experimental engine, which is not very well developed. Is soft the softest? Soft is the softest. Okay, so that's going to be fine. Car setup-wise, you're at excellent, great, 95% balance. Well, we're not going to mess with that, so that's handy-dandy. Go for the full fuel setup. That's going to be fine. Meanwhile, over here, we're at excellent, great. Yeah, all right. 95%, well, that's very nice as well. Soft tires, full fuel setup, I'm going to be fine with that. And driving strategy, we are indeed going to start with super aggro. It is cool enough that actually that's going to be quite decent on the tires. I mean, our tires end up being slightly heated before we get in the grid, but then they start to cool off a bit. And it is going to take a little longer for them to hit their max temp. Although, with the 5 pips in here, then they definitely still will. Claudia trying to get back past Luigi. Everyone else is burning up real fast here. Ooh, nice little chicane move there by Luigi. That felt incredibly smooth. Meanwhile, Claudia fell back a little bit in there, which is too bad. Tire temp is starting to get a little bit higher. It's not quite there, but what I'm going to do is just bring it down to push. And push. We'll keep the overtake on for now, while we're in all this. Weather's going to warm up, which is interesting. But yeah, we can afford to run the tires pretty hard right now, which is good. I mean, we're burning it through a lot of fuel, but I think we can afford it. Like, oh, crash. Yellow flag. That lap 2 keeps being deadly. I think it's people trying crazy moves maybe to get around some of these packs. Maybe that's what it comes down to. Luigi up to 10th place. Very nice to see. Tire temp is good. I mean, we're burning through fuel a lot. I think we probably want to go and just tune this down a little bit now. Still some good passing opportunities. Well, that's still a 9th. Excellent. Because we don't want to burn too much fuel and end up, like, way ahead of our tires, you know? Because I think that's where we might be looking to do right now. Bring these both down to medium. Because we want to use more tire. Probably? I don't know. So we got to be 8th and above. Luigi's there. Claudia's still having a hard time. Although it feels like the longer the race goes, the better Claudia ends up developing. I don't know, it feels like that a lot. Not sure if that's accurate, but it is what it is. Weather. Oh, we're going to get some rain. We are indeed going to get some rain. So what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to stay on these tires until the last possible minute. We don't want to switch to inters early. Because what happens then is, like, we're running on suboptimal tires. So we really want to try to time things out. Remember that even though it starts raining at that moment, the track's not going to be wet yet. And I'm thinking we are still going to be running on a mostly dry track on inters for like a half lap, I suspect here. Unless I went to a really conservative strategy, and I'm not sure that's the way to go. The nice thing is, though, Luigi's going to be doing fantastically well on the inters. Because he's got level 3 inter knowledge. It hasn't started raining yet. I don't think I'm going to go more conservative. So where's the... okay, over here. You are going to be able to complete another lap, I think. I'm not sure. Maybe if I put you on conservative, but even then I'm a little doubtful. No, that's about half. I bet you can... You know what? Both you guys are going to go on a low... on conservation mode. We're going to try to guarantee that you can squeeze in an extra lap on these slicks. And I think we're going to get there, because here's the... that's not the pit. The pit is there. You're at above a lap. Actually, yeah, you don't even have to be on a conservation. You probably could have been on medium the whole time, but we'll put you on medium now. Okay, so now your pit move, you'll have to switch to inters. There's no other choice. And yeah, you may as well go ahead and get maybe a full fuel top up. Your parts are all fine. You're going to be okay. And Claudia, you are also going to go to inters. Full fuel top up. Let's take a look at the engine in particular. So at 41, which isn't great, but it's not worth fixing. Probably it'll need a fix up on the second pit. Bit unfortunate, but that's the way it's going to be. Experimental parts, man. It's the way it goes. So low fuel, but yeah, you're going to make it to the pit just fine. It's not started raining yet. It's about to start raining. It'll probably start raining proper when we're in the pit. Oh, there you go. It's starting to rain now. Track is damp just as we come into pit. Although everyone else is pretty much there too. And I think everyone's going to make it switch to the inters. But, hey, as long as we did okay, the fact that everyone else does okay doesn't hurt us too badly. Tire temp is currently good. Weather forecast, the rain is going to continue. So we don't want to be too aggressive because we're going to be on inters for a while. But not wets. I think we're okay on like normal here. Although Claudia is actually in a good place to maybe do an overtake. So go ahead and give that a go. 1 second. Still 1 second. I mean, I should be looking at her and seeing what's going on here. It feels like you might be able to do an overtake. No, it's being pretty consistent here and not really changing. So just go back to medium for now. Meanwhile, Luigi's got no one near him, so you can just be in mostly normal mode. Plus, your tire lasts longer, so that's going to be okay. Oh, tire temp actually is dropping a little bit, so we're going to move you both to push, I think. Because they are definitely cooling off. That's what happens with the water. The water really stops the tires from warming up. It's not a super hot day either. So we'll push you a little bit more. I think the tires are going to last a lot longer than the fuel will. Still hoping she could pull something out. She's right behind this guy. There you go. Oh, nope, lost it. Get it back. Get it back. You can do it. There you go. Boom. Inside. Excellent. Well done. So there's a big gap between you and whoever's ahead, but you can just mostly drive efficiently now, and that's going to be okay. And you can have a lot of tire left. I wonder if we should set these guys on like agro-tire mode or conservative fuel mode. It's just going to be rain, rain, rain. How hard is it, though? Yeah, it's never going to get to the wet. We're never going to be running slicks. I think we're just going to do 2 rounds on inters, in which case Luigi's going to be really, really happy. Because, again, he's got the 15% performance boost on inters. No. It's not going to get any wetter than this, man. You're fine. Trust me, you're A-okay. I have complete faith in you. Complete faith in you on the inters. In fact, if anyone else wants to go on wets, I'll be really happy because it's not going to get any wetter than this. And yeah, I don't want to be more aggressive with the tires, but I think that they're going to have plenty of tire left. I mean, there's going to be another pit stop regardless. Again, as far as I can tell, we can't avoid doing 2 stops no matter what. So yeah, it's dropping down from peak wetness now. I think the inters are still going to be fine. You're just a second behind over here. There's a lot of people in front of you. Yeah, but you don't have that much fuel. You know what? Go to attack. You've got a lot of tire left. Same thing here. Go ahead and be a little more aggro with that. Where's the pit? Where are you? That's you here. You actually might get a whole other lap in, Luigi. In fact, you will. I'm not sure about Claudia. I think she still will. Oh, she's lapping people. Do we care? Not really. Yeah, no, we're gonna expect you to pit. Put you on some French inters. The rain is gonna let up, but the track is still gonna have a fair amount of dampness, so that's gonna be that. You are gonna have 5 laps remaining. We'll put 5 and change in there. That feels okay. How's your engine? Yeah, we're gonna have to throw a little fix in there, unfortunately. Just the way that it's gonna be. Sorry, that's what you have for experimental parts, but it's better than running with one of the stock or the older engine, which was not quite as good. Luigi's currently in first. He can definitely do another lap while being aggressive on these tires. That's going to be a-okay. Because yeah, he's 1.4. He's just passing the pit now. He's going to have plenty of fuel left. Hell, you can go to high burn and you're going to be fine here. But we will plan on pitting on the next go over here. Put you on, again, the fresh inters. I think it's very good. Fuel options, 4 laps remaining. So yeah, it'll be a little tighter, but it's going to be fine. Your parts are all good. Your engine's actually... yeah, let's throw that in there. Doesn't make me entirely pleased. I don't know why your engine's having a hard time, but it is. You've pit over here. We're going to go to push. And push over here. Because you're still going to have to keep your tires warm. You've got a little excess fuel, but that's going to be okay. Engine feels better. I mean, hopefully we get some extra juice out of the fact that we upgrade these guys' engines. Maybe it'll balance out. Second, third. It's a big pit stop. Fourth. And they might not have another pit in them. Oh, they've already done their 2. Oh, yeah, so That's why we were in first. Engine feels better already. Well, so maybe. We'll have to see how this goes. I think you guys can both be in... Okay, you're already in the high performance. That's going to be okay. And the high tire performance, I'm okay with that. 3 laps remaining. You have tons of fuel, Jesus Christ. I mean, it's 3 laps remaining for the leader, but still. Just got to make sure, check to see if that excess fuel line goes away. Yeah, we've dropped down quite a bit. Hopefully we can get back into 8th here. We don't have a ton of time left, especially if they don't have any pit stops coming up. Yeah, the track was never going to get completely dry, though, so I think that's okay. Temp's good. Excess fuel still on both. Tempting to overtake. Yeah. There's a lot of traffic here, and yeah, with the overtake performance, I think there's a chance for you to get into 8th pretty easily over here. Still in excess fuel mode for everything. Lap 20, are you nearly done? Yeah, I think we're going to have to, as soon as you overtake, I'm going to put you in high. Because you're about to pass the thing. You've got 1 lap of fuel left. No, I've got to put you on medium. Well, we'll put you... What if you run out right before? Just give it a try. Come on, get in there. Get in. That's still not 8th, though. Oh, so we can't make it to 8th. Oh, shit. Alright. Still saying excess, which I guess is probably okay, but... Damn, we're not going to get a sponsor bonus! Unless something really weird happens suddenly. But it's not going to happen. We're 10 seconds behind the 8th place spot. Oh, that's a damn shame. Because we had to fix his motor. Maybe I shouldn't have. I was not expecting his motor to have a problem. Yeah, that did suck. I gotta agree. I was not expecting his motor to have a problem. And if we hadn't done that, I mean, that's our 10-second gap right there. But, and he wasn't complaining about it, but there was a good chance he was going to develop serious motor problems and maybe end up in exactly the same situation. I could have shaved a couple of seconds off our pits, but that wouldn't have been enough to make the difference either. I was sure we're going to be okay. We do have some illegal parts. Okay. I mean, it wasn't like it was going to make a difference as to where we were going to end up with. Sponsor-wise? Wait. Oh my god. Amanda over here, because we ended up in 9th. Amanda had an illegal part drop down 2 spaces, which means we ended up in 8th overall. Holy crap! Am I happy I pushed to pass Sergey right at the end there. Like, we passed like 3 or 4 people really fast. It turns out there was a huge reason to do that. Ha ha ha. 2 people got illegal parts. This wasn't enough to make a difference for us. But Amanda, that is fantastic. So we end up getting the sponsor bonus. Wow. I wasn't even thinking about that. And we didn't get busted, which is also good. I think both cars have 1 illegal part right now. Do they? We have the 1 gearbox. What else do we have with an illegal? I'm not sure. It's saying medium, but does that make sense? Oh, new unlock. What skill do you have now? 50% faster refueling. Now that is a powerful skill. Money, money, money. Hang on. Yeah. Saving, saving, saving. I want to know what illegal part it is. I'm like, there's something I want to check, and I keep being distracted because there's like a million things going on here. Gearbox. Oh, we have an illegal engine, do we? Yes, we do. Okay. Mail. Yeah, we'll take an interview. Need to make hasty repairs to his brakes. I don't think we did the brakes. I don't know. We're gonna try to improve that for the next race. Mea culpa. Hard fought win. Repairs are done. So, all right. Next. Oh, we didn't start the goddamn next part right away. Oh, we didn't have enough money. Well, it could have started as soon as the race ended, but we didn't have enough money to start the next part for the next race. So we want a new gearbox, right? Because we got busted for a gearbox, so we're using 1 stock gearbox, which we don't want to do anymore. I would like to do a non-illegal one, although... So, this is max. This is current acceleration. So we could shrink the red zone down and have a legal part. Or we could do this to get a buff to our current acceleration. You know what's weird? Actually, I'm going to go for this, because here's the thing. We're not going to have that much time to finish this. It's going to take 14 days to build, and we'll have 10 days to improve the reliability. It actually will help us to not have a very big red zone for the next thing. It's not going to be the most performance gearbox, but I actually think it will be the thing that's going to help us the most in the next race, and at least then we have another gearbox we can rely on. We're working on some bits and pieces over here. So we're not going to work on your gearbox, because we're probably... oh, no, wait. Your gearbox is fine. That's the illegal one. But, you know what? Let's squeeze a little bit of performance out of that anyway. And what the hell? Some of the reliability, too. But Claudia, we're not going to fix your original... work on your original gearbox, because we're going to get you a new one. So we may as well work on both illegal bits. Let's focus on 4 hours after the race. Let's focus on getting all the performance that we can out of this engine, and then we'll rebalance what we do for reliability after that. Or actually, what I can do is something like this. There we go. If I do this, we'll get... Go away, pop-up. That's kind of annoying. We'll get as much performance... Oh, this is going to finish first, actually. Oh, no, we have to do this. More reliability, because we're going to be putting the gearbox in there, and then these guys will split. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Continue. So we're just going to wait for the new gearbox to be designed, and then we'll throw it into reliability thing. But yeah, we could have gotten an extra day out of that, which is a little disappointing that I didn't think of it instantly after the race. But it is what it is. And that's why you can see that, like, having -1 day on your design is actually pretty huge. Newspaper rumors. Ooh. -30 morale? You're getting rid of me? What? No. I mean, we're scouting a lot of people, but... Shush, it's fine. Okay, finish the gearbox. Running the other race. Yada, 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 yada. Yada, yada, yada. Yada, yada. Gearbox finished. Excellent. So, improve. So, let's figure this out here. So, Claudia is considered to have the better car right now. So, let's give you... Oh, it's worse gearbox right now, actually. It's got a lot of potential. But okay, we will keep Luigi with the better gearbox for now, so that they're a bit balanced. We upgrade Claudia's car a little bit, though. This gearbox is better than the original ones, and if we can squeeze more performance out of it, we're going to work on that. So these guys are nearly capped. We're going to clear that, clear that. You're at 91%. That's our new engine, which is going to be fantastic. But yeah, the big thing is we are going to focus on this new gearbox's performance and reliability, with the reliability being absolutely the most important portion of that. Absolutely the most critical part. She's still going to have the nurse thing, but it's still going to lead to a gearbox that's probably going to need some love. I mean, the engine ended up needing some love in there. Oh, improving my skills. What's this? Dilemma. This Claudia keeps improving things. Starts more important. First lap hero or braking for sure. Late braking. First lap hero. I'm guessing that gives her a bonus to all the stats in the first lap. Help her get ahead of the pack sooner. She's already got a bonus to overtaking. Will that really make her really good at taking off ahead of things early? On the other hand, really good braking is something that helps the entire race. So this makes it so that she can brake later, which means she keeps higher speed for longer throughout the race. I don't know. I mean, right now it's random. Like, so half the time we're going to be in the front half the time we're going to be in the back half. Does that affect how we decide? I mean, obviously it may not be quite as critical if ever we like end up at the front of the grid, but that's pretty unlikely. Just stack the overtaking? I don't know. It seems like it's so hard to move out of the pack early on. Half the time they form a wall. Just take the braking all the time. I don't know what the stat difference is. So late braking is giving her +2 to braking, which has actually been one of her weaker points. So she still has the racer personality. Oh, these are timed. No, these are permanent. That's right. The racer is permanent. This is permanent. God damn, she's such a good freaking racer. Insanely good potential over here. All right, well, we're going to put a cut in here. Next episode, we are going to be starting on our 10th and final event. Where are we in team standing right now? We are in 5th place pretty solidly. We could actually end up in 4th overall if this race goes well. It's very easy for us to get enough points like that, especially if Firebird has a slightly worse event. They're going to be at home at the Black Sea here, Russia, but I don't know. Maybe we can do something awesome. Thanks for watching. See you next time.